Hi friends, it's time for our feedback video for coordinate 631194. First, we're just going to watch the feedback video and then we'll look at people's notes from their transcripts. I went to Secret Nuclear Facility. No, that's not true. I was in Coors Brewery in Golden, Colorado, getting a tour, and this is the waiting area where you buy your tickets once you're inside. Here's some barrels showing the current labels that are being sold. This is a waiting area outside of the brewery where you wait to get inside of a shuttle that'll drive you into the compound. Here's the outside of one of the buildings, and that's South Table Mountain to the south of the brewery, and that's North Table Mountain to the north of the brewery. This is one of the cooling ponds outside of the building to cool some of the liquids from the inside, or to cool the whole building. Here's another building. Here's a picture of one of the hallways inside. Some displays of barley and cereals that are used in the fermenting process. They also use hops. I just didn't get a photo of that. And this room is really, really large, and it has a lot of the vats used for the actual brewing process. Here's a special display explaining the process for the tourists. And here's the canning and packaging facility. And I'm just going to be quiet for a while as we look at different images of this. This is a large room where they sprout the barley. That's 3 feet deep of wet barley. And they actually have a railroad and a train going through the center of the building. Here's their quality control laboratory. I'm sure it's very clean in there, probably a lot of chemical odors. Now let's take a look at this with notes from people's transcripts. Up top you see a triangle on top of that platform. I almost missed that one. And let's take a close-up from someone's notes. That's a pretty good match. Someone wrote water and drew a fish, and there are actually frogs in that pond. Someone drew these big wheels, and that made me think of the kegs. Turnstiles, lots of people, of course, people outside. Here are crowds of people talking, and that was inside as well. This one's interesting. Someone drew this, what looks like the mountain to me. Sensation of a large platform, and look at all those trucks. Each one has a loading platform, and lots of structures here look like a platform. Here's another image of the North Table Mountain, and see those 3 lines on the left of the drawing, and then look at that plume of smoke coming out of the pipe. Someone else drew something tall going up very high. The words big open space, small wispy strands. So this seems to match up a little bit. Fountain, pond, lotus. So again, this cooling pond. Oh, the word green. Green is really strong here. Stacked. Look at the squares in that concrete wall. And this other image, this one too. They all seem to connect to that particular wall. Here's another one. So something about these crisscross lines or the stacked squares seems to resonate a lot in people's minds. Reflective round ball, metal, bristles and spikes. Look at the tree. Sphere on the ground seems very organic. Those will come up later. Sean moving like on a conveyor belt, moving walkway. Sand or grains. So lots of grains involved, of course, and especially here in this room where they're sprouting the barley. Sweet taste, damp and humid. That definitely matches not only inside that room, but inside most of the brewery. Here's an image of flowers, and that matches up with the barley. And even this imagery matches up with the cereal images. I love this one. For me, this really matches up with these round containers. And again, I'm bringing back these notes from earlier, because this was really predominant. Sean moving like on a conveyor belt. We noted that one earlier, but this room is filled with conveyor belts. Turnstiles, that was on earlier, but here again a lot of mechanical turnstiles for the packaging process in a big open spacious room like a casino floor feeling, looking down like over a railing. So for most of this tour I was looking down over railings, and this large packing facility does have a casino feel to it. Flashing lights, of course, you see those lights flashing there. Hallway, lots of hallways, and tunnel, and I think with this railroad tunnel, that's a hit. Cold, sterile, bleach, chemical smell, definitely in the quality control room, but every time they clean one of those brewing vats, it's probably cleaned and sterilized very carefully. And of course here at the end, that's my prize, a little free taste test, and that was it. I hope you had a great time. All right, take care, bye-bye.